Hi, everybody. Heather Coleman here. I am a yoga instructor, meditation facilitator, and aura and energy work practitioner. And I'm really happy that you're joining me here for our yoga mudra practice. Um, Rather than focusing so much on the bigger yoga poses, we are focusing on the mudra and the breath. With that being said, as we do this, if you feel the need to shift into some simple yoga poses or lie down, you can do any of those things. Stand up if you want to. Really let your mind and body lead you in this. So, before we get into this, I just want to explain briefly a little about these mudras. We have a total of 5 mudras, and several of them work primarily through chakras. They all work through our entire system, but when you look at sort of the concentrated work, we've actually got two solar plexus chakra mudras. We've got, interestingly, a sacral chakra mudra and a water element, because when we think about, okay, these two goals of energy and motivation, a lot of times when we feel blocked, it's because we feel creatively blocked or low on ambition for whatever reason. So this is really going to help us. Also, at times when we feel low on energy, we're feeling heavy, so we've got a mudra for lightness. So with all of that being said, we're going to start by firing up our solar plexus chakra with our very first mudra, which is titled Transformation. Just real quickly, I want to give you the name of the author of these two decks I'm using, Alison D. Nicola. This is where I'm pulling these from, and these are great. So this is called Transformation. What we're going to do is interlace our fingers with our middle fingers extended. It's actually very simple. The right thumb goes over the left, and inner light illuminates and guides me on my path. A lot of times when we feel a little low on motivation and energy, we might be feeling unsure of what we should do or what's best to do. So if we can fire up that solar plexus chakra, that place for focus, ambition, and drive, we can feel more confident with this. So think about that affirmation. Inner light illuminates and guides me on my path. Inner light illuminates and guides me on my path. Let's break that down as we hold this mudra. Inner light, that can be thought of in so many different ways. One wonderful way to think of this concept of inner light is we are all light beings. We are all an offshoot, is the word the angels are using right now. We are all an offshoot of the divine. So we have some of that very high vibration divine light inside all of us. Sometimes we just forget that it's there. So this mudra, among other things, helps us to reconnect, rediscover that inner light. Because deep inside all of us, we have all of the answers. So this mudra, among other things, helps us to remember that and to access those answers that we have. So inner light illuminates and guides me on my path. From there, we're going to flow right into flow or Jala mudra. Your pinky finger is your water element finger. And the affirmation we're going to use today is, I am safe and guided as I take the next steps. I am safe and guided as I take the next steps. Your hands, by the way, can be resting in your lap, or if you're on your feet, you can shoot this mudra down, and then this mudra will double, by the way, as a grounding mudra with that water element. So kind of packs a double whammy. So let's say that affirmation one more time. You know what? I forgot what it was. Maybe. Well, so we're going to say this affirmation because I'm channeling right now. I am safe, protected, and guided as I take my next steps. So Jala mudra. Next mudra is going to be reassurance. So kind of continuing in that theme, we're going to take our right hand around our left and just let that left hand kind of curl around that right hand. Self-reassurance guides me to perfect well-being. Self-reassurance guides me to perfect well-being. Self-reassurance guides me to perfect well-being. And I just want to point out there's a theme emerging with these mudras of self-intuition, self-discipline, self-motivation, guidance. So finding that from within. So when we look at what can we do to feel more motivated, more energetic, these things are what we're going to find within. We're going to reawaken these things from within. Self-reassurance guides me to perfect well-being. Next mudra is determination. So one of my favorites, as a matter of fact, another solar plexus chakra mudra. My sense of positive determination arises from within. I'm giving you the affirmation first. My sense of positive determination arises from within. 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 Let's hold that mudra for 2 more breaths. In and out. In through the nose, out through the nose. Flowing into lightness. So thumbs over the fingers for today, pointer fingers up. Let's just breathe into this air element mudra. As you might remember from the beginning, this mudra is designed to help us to feel lighter, to get rid of any feeling of being weighed down with too many responsibilities, because that can block motivation and enthusiasm, so we want to get rid of that problem. Let's flow through those mudras again. So transformation mudra. And inner light illuminates and guides me on my path. Inner light, middle finger. Inner light illuminates and guides me on my path. Inner light illuminates and guides me on my path. Inner light illuminates and guides me on my path. One thing this mudra might be pulling up is if you have any issues with listening to your own voice on what's best for you to do versus what other people would tell you. It's not a coincidence that we've got our middle finger up. Sometimes we kind of need to give the proverbial middle finger to those voices on the outside that are telling us we can't or we shouldn't or we have to do what they think is right. Sometimes we need to give the respectfully disrespectful middle finger to that and say, I'm listening to my own guidance. So let's make that our next affirmation. I'm listening to my own guidance. I'm listening to my own guidance. Right once again into our determination mudra. My sense of positive determination arises from within. My sense of positive determination arises from within. Lightness. Lightness. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale, flow. Jala mudra, little finger to thumb. I move through life with purpose and flow. I move through life with purpose and flow. I move through life with purpose and flow. I don't know if I've said this yet, but you can move some of these mudras around. Like you could go up here if you want to benefit your crown. You could go on your shoulders. You could point downward. I think we talked about that earlier. So if you feel the need to move your mudras around, feel free. Finally, we're going to connect these mudras just under the chin or lower. And inhale. Exhale. Reassurance. So right hand around that left thumb. Self-reassurance guides me to perfect well-being. Self-reassurance guides me to perfect well-being. Self-reassurance guides me to perfect well-being. Finally, let's bring the hands together at heart center with just a little bit of space between the palms. I am exactly where I should be. I am exactly where I should be. I am. I am. I am. So be it, and so it is. Thank you so much for joining me. Feel free to repeat this practice as many times as you like. Perhaps consider pairing this with one of the other yoga meditations on my channel. If you love these mudras, there will be more of these as well. Have a beautiful, blessed day.